Hey guys, welcome to the 10th part of your Learn jQuery video series in 30 days. In this part, we will be creating a cool example of what we have learned till now in the 9 parts. I've created a 9 parts, and if you don't have visited that part, you can go to my blog, hunklessons.blogspot.in, and you can visit the 9 part till now. And after viewing that 9 part, you will be ready to create an awesome jQuery project. Okay, so we are getting started. I'm creating a cool example like a hover over text explanation, like a tooltip in a Facebook or any social networking site. You hover over a link tag or a image tag. It shows you some description about that. For this, I will be needing two link tags. I will create a href and I will do http lessons.blogspot.com at hunk lessons. Okay, this is a link tag. I will open this up in a browser. It's a simple link tag, you can see that. Oh, it's a simple link tag. It does nothing. And I will be, after creating this, I will be adding a class. I will adding a class of hover to it. Okay, hover. Okay, and I will be heading forward to my main.js. First I will select that hover class. For selecting it, I will dot hover, and I will add an event listener of mouse move dot function. Okay, I will call an anonymous function inside, and I will be console dot log move. Okay, this simply, in simple language, we can say that whenever a mouse moves in this link area, we will be displaying some text in the console. Okay, if I will refresh my page and I will move the mouse here, okay, you can see that it's displaying the move. Every time I move my mouse, you can see that the number of time it's increasing. You can see that it's increasing, it get to 200. Okay, that's okay. Now I will be creating a empty div inside, and I will be creating an empty div with the id of div. Okay, I'll be giving a object inside. It's called e. In the function e means whatever. For you guys, I will be console.log this e, which I have given a parameter inside a function. Okay, and if I move my mouse, you can see that it's give a whole lot of bunch of events for you. You can see that bunch of events. You can use these events or attributes. It's lot of crabs. I want client x and client y. Client x and client y mean the position of the mouse. Okay, that's the event which I want. Okay, I will be now selecting that div with the id of hash div. It's hash div and dot text is equal to x is equal to x is equal to e dot client x. You can see the client x was this. If I page, and you can see that client x was client x was 70 centimeters from 70 pixels from the x-axis and 24 pixels from the y-axis. Y-axis is the horizontal axis, and is the vertical axis is x. Okay, client x. Okay, now if I console.log and I'll create plus sign. Plus sign is used for appending any variables and text in JavaScript, like dot for PHP, e dot client y. Okay, now we will refresh the page out and see that. Okay, you can see we are getting the, if I go upwards, the y-axis is, if I go downward, the y-axis, and the x-axis, you can see that it's constantly changing. Okay, you will be supposing why we are why we want to get the x-axis and the y-axis, because we want to place the div in a position that it's look that it's dynamic, and whenever we move a mouse, it should display behind our mouse. Okay, for this, now I will do one more thing. I will be creating an attribute here, attribute of hover text. Hover text, I will create an attribute of data attribute, HTML5 data attribute, or hover data. We will give a dot hover text, and I will give a message inside. Okay, this message will be shown dynamically whenever we hover a mouse over an element. Okay, hover text, we will giving a tagline like learn to program. Okay, now I will be creating two variables. Left is equal to e dot, and x will be, we are creating three variables. Var left is equal to e dot client x. Okay, we are creating another variable, var top is equal to e dot client y. Okay, we will creating another variable called message. Message will be, we want to get the this value data attribute and this data which we have given to that attribute. For this we will use the dot attribute function, dot attr function, dot attr, and we will give data slash hover text to get the value of it from inside. Okay, you will be wondering why I use this, why I haven't used dot hover, because we want to get the attribute of the element which we are currently in. Okay, we are currently in this attribute, this element, because that's why I want to get the attribute of this. Okay, now I will be styling my div. I will be styling my div. For this I will be selecting the div. It's better to style your div in Chrome because it had a read and write property of CSS. You can do it like that. We will give the height of 20 pixels. Okay, a border of 1 pixel solid hash CCC. You can see width will be 100%. We will give a background color of black. Okay, border white, border background color black, and color will be white. Okay, and we will give something like a border radius for some smoothness, border radius 5 pixels. Okay, that makes this edges round. We'll copy that. We will create a style tag, style, oh crap, a style. We'll select the id of div, and we will put our styles here, and we will be indent it. For indenting you can press Control Shift Tab. Okay, we have indented it. Now the important stuff comes. We want to place the text, this text, inside that div. You will select the div with the id hash of div, and I will put the text is equal to message. Okay, now we will see that, check that out. Okay, now I want to give another property of display. First I remove that. You can see that it shows us learn to program. Okay, whenever we hover over this text, it's so learn to program. I will give one other property, display none. From this it will be not displayed in the document. Okay, oh, I messed that out. Display none. Okay, it's has been removed. Okay, now I want to position that div that so that it can run behind the mouse. For this I will got css properties, css dot left is equal to the variable left. Okay, and we will put another dot and css the right no, okay, not right, it's top is equal to top. Okay. Now we can see, and we will put another property of dot show property is used to display the you can see that it's not running behind a mouse. And oh, I have to give one more property to it. This should be position absolute. Now I want to check that out. Okay, you can see that it's running behind our mouse, but one problem is that we have to push it far some behind. Okay, from the left side we will push it plus 10. Okay, and top plus 5. Okay, you can see that you can see that our mouse is going. And now the thing, whenever we ever the hover text is done complete, and another thing, whenever we remove our mouse from this hover div, it should be hidden. Okay, for this I will do mouse, we will select the hover mouse. I can do this way also, but I've shown you we don't want to duplicate our code. For this I will use dot mouse out function, and we want to remove that div. We will select that div dot hide. Okay, that's the simple code. For this I will go and I will do, and I will put the mouse to the link. We show our the tagline learn to program. We remove that. It this it hide the divs. That is for this video. In the next video we will be covering some of the cool effects of jQuery, and after this we will be covering the backbone, the important stuff of jQuery like Ajax. Okay, bye, keep in tune.